When you live your life like a monk, you have a lot of time to think about stuff. So I was just thinking about the world in general. Just look at it. Just look at our known history. What's going on? Let's see, there's war. Then the Romans show up. What happened after that? Well, there's war. There's slavery, oppression, greed, corruption, racism, war. Then crusades, inquisition, plague, war. Then a world war. More war, and then another world war. And the whole time, what's going on in North America when all that nonsense is going on? Like, people living here, they were born in a family that, well, presumably loved and cared for them. And they grew up, grew old, and died. Family and community that cared for them. They'd live at one place for a certain amount of time, and then they'd move, because they knew if they stayed at one place for too long, they'd run out of game eventually. So they moved with the seasons. One place was good for one part of the year, another part was good for another part of the year. They were in tune with Mother Earth, in tune with the land. So, then America was founded, the Corporation of America. It's not really a country, it's a corporation. It was founded right when England was abolishing slavery. So you have a new land, new company, new country. What do you need? Cheap labor. The greedy rich types, it's always the quest. Cheap labor. Slavery is pretty cheap. Yeah, manifest destiny crept across the country. But I just kind of look at the way things have worked. It's just seems like the system we have now, it's like some weird twisted pyramid scheme. And the only way to get to the top is to sell your soul. And the only people even allowed in that club are already corrupt, because you don't get in that club. You don't get the opportunity to be in that club unless there's something corrupt about you. And if everyone's corrupt, then everyone stays in line. Because if one guy gets out of line, it's like, well, we know all your secrets. So you better do what we tell you. And if you want to know which politician is crooked, like Republican or Democrat, which one are more crooked, corrupt, they all are. You don't get in that club without being corrupt. I doubt there's one person in there that's, maybe one or two that are completely clean, that got nothing to hide. Yeah. I don't know, I think, I also saw the business structure. There's a statistical analysis someone did in Sweden that they just went through every company, just how they were connected and how they're merged and all that. It comes down to like 6 companies own everything. The entire wealth of the world, pretty much. A vast majority, 95%, 90%, within 6 companies. I don't know, thing is, when politics and business mix, that's called fascism. And I think basically we are living in a fascist world. I mean, the dollar bills, when you look at them, they have serial numbers on them. They all do. But we have serial numbers too. They're called Social Security numbers. So we're basically currency also. I think the best way to pick politicians would, anyone registered to vote, well, you're eligible to be elected. I think they should just do a random drawing. Maybe high school graduates. You'd have a more representative government that way. Because what we have now, it's the rich for the rich. Corrupt for the corrupt. I mean, we have legalized bribery in our election system. And if you're running for a Senate seat, you're going to need, I don't know, probably average 50 million to get started. How do you get that money? Well, you get in bed with a lot of rich folks that want you to vote a certain way, and they're not going to give you any money unless you vote the way they want. So I just see it as almost hopelessly corrupted. But hopefully things change. People wake up. But that's asking a lot. We'll see. Anyway, it's just food for thought. See you later.